Good afternoon, greetings and salutation. After my poor display of knife throwing the other day, I decided I better start putting my mouth where put my practice where my mouth is. And I'm trying a little slingshot practice today. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but we're going to try it. Let's see. I'm going to move in a little closer to. I usually where I stand and shoot, my center point is usually about 10 to 15 yards. So let me set this down. Let's see here. Now, when we look this way, I got a 10 plate hanging in the tree right there. Let's shoot for that one. Get it warmed up. This is the first shot of the day here. Let me see if I can't get this turned just a little better. Can you see? Yeah, I think you can see that now. Like I say, right now I'm standing about 30 feet away. Now, this is a simple shot, and this one is their, I thought it had a name on it. It just says simpleshot.com. No, God, I wish I'd realized that. It's the Fowler, Zach Fowler's make. Well, one of these days I'll get into that. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm shooting those clay balls, so sometimes they take a wild trajectory because they're just not perfectly spherical. I gotta. Always want your band straight when you shoot. And then when you pull your bands back, you use the top band. You want your bands to line up over the top of one another. And then you use your top one as a sight. I hold my ammo between my index finger and middle finger. Oh man, I just missed. I hit the tree behind there. Here, I'll see if I can't display one of those. Can you see that? That's one of those clay target ammo. It's also magnetic. I don't have a magnet on me, or I'd show you. All right, here we go. I was going to shoot arrows, but the neighbor down there on the back side of the range diddling around down there doing something. I don't want him saying I'm shooting at him, because tempting as that is sometimes. Oh man, that was even worse. I was a lot closer on the first shot. All right, here we go. Just a little bit more. I must be pulling when I release. There, we hit it. I hope that come out on camera or heard on film or whatever. Video. There we go. Okay. I'm getting cocky. We're going to try for two. Oh, should have stuck with one. Oh, yellow jacket. This is the time of year they start getting a little aggressive. You got to be careful. Oh, that was way off. The nice thing about the clay ammo, it's cheap. I think you get 500 rounds for, well, it was like $6, I think. And I'm shooting high, and I was directly above the target, but I was way high when I released. So I like shooting in and getting zoned in on these bigger plates. I made that one, and I got another one in a tree over there. They're both at 6-inch. I made most of my targets, actually. There, that was a real good shot. Now that's just I went to one of the big box stores, and I didn't buy ductwork. Well, it was ductwork, but it was sheet metal. and you can get 2 pieces of it still for like $25, and it's pretty good sized pieces. It's like 30 inches by 2 feet, and it's for nailing up between floor joists. But I buy it just for projects and stuff. I've done everything from made a birdhouse to targets with them. I went above it again. That's frustrating. We'll get 2 shots in a row before I move on here. I like to get a little zoned in for. Probably should have done that before I started filming. What the heck's going on here? You always gotta check your bands because you can get anywhere from 3 to 1,000 shots out of these things, so you just never really know when they're gonna go bad. Now I got a bad habit of buying way too much, but I keep it in the back closet in a dark container so it's got no sunlight. And there, that was a real good shot. All right, let's see if we can do it one more time. All right. I'm feeling better now. Let's turn this way. Now, I don't know if it's going to show up or not. I got 2 targets in this maple tree over here. The bottom one's a red, just a red flapper, and then I got another circle target above over here. So, but this one, that one's, the one I just hit is like 10 yards. These are 15. So let's see how we can do here. Oh, I can't even get my grip on it, man. I'm just falling apart. Here we go. The top target. Oh, just glazed over the top of it. I wish he'd go in. I'd like to go shoot some arrows before it gets too late. Or I get called back in to the babies. Man, or Mrs. 5856 is in there watching the babies while I'm out here playing. Tree. And then in this tree, a bush right here, I got, let's see, 1, 2 cans, a golf ball, and then a little mini target. It's a plastic tube with a little Tinkerbell in it. Oh yeah. Before my game I usually play is before I get to move on to the next target, I got to at least always hit the first one. All right, so now we're going to step in just a little bit. And we got a tin can in this tree. Oh, just to the side. And it's like a black olive tin can, so it's a small can. Here in a minute, we'll walk over there and I'll show you that one. All right. So now we've hit the big targets and a smaller target. Now we're going for the ultra small target. The little Tinkerbell. Oh, I hit the branch it's on. Oh, I'm close. Both those were above it just a little bit. Maybe if he moves, I'll go down there and still get a shoot. I don't know what he was doing. Who knows? Here, we're going to go in and show you what I'm shooting at. All right. So, that's the tin can. And I'll remind you that we were shooting it 10 yards back. Here's the, let's get, a little clogged up. That's the Tinkerbell. And then I got another can and golf ball in that tree. Now these bottles, I thought with ball bearings, steel ball bearings, I'd be able to rupture them like you would on a solid shot. Oh, he might be gone, so I might end this one and then go down there and then of course here's the plates. Let's see. There's a red flapper, and then there's one big plate. That's a 6-inch plate. And that's one of them I made out of that tin that I got at the big box store. I won't say their name, but it kind of rhymes with, what does that rhyme with? Kind of rhymes with awkward. No, that's not a very good rhyme. Anyway, then I got a couple of long distance shot targets set up. I don't even know if we can see them from here. Yeah, maybe. The sun's hitting the one. So, down there, sorry, with the two trees, it's got the birdhouses right where the shoe's at, just left of it. On this first tree here, it's in the sunlight, and then the other tree right beside it, it's just a little below the shoe. Those shoes I nailed them up in the tree for birdhouses. The eastern barn swallows seem to enjoy them. They have nested in them before, and it's a nice thing about it is they're really easy to clean out because you just got to take the shoe down and dump it out. Because you should always clean out your homemade boxes or nests once a year at least. I'm going to try this. He's still over there, so I'm going to try this just a touch longer. So hang on there. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. So I'm going to step over here just a touch and try to shoot that other tin can underneath the golf ball over here. It's behind that one of those red bottles. Oh, I hit the bottle. Well, it didn't explode like I'd actually hoped. I knew that already, but I was going to shoot him with the handgun this past year, but I never did get around to it. Oh, man, right between them. Well, I know it's easy to say when it's probably hard to see, but I'm going to give up. All right, I've been really wanting to get down there and shoot. All righty. Hey, if you've made it this far, which I kind of doubt you have, but just in case you have, please like, share, and subscribe. It is so much appreciated. And also hit the notification bell on these long ones. And to those who have subscribed, thank you. Thank you so much. Sometimes it's overwhelming. I got a huge number to obtain, and I hope to get there someday. Well, within the next 327 roughly, or 227, or 270. I have to sit down and do the math on that really. But alrighty, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye.